Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Crush Your Goals with Christy podcast, the business podcast where you'll find clarity over confusion, community over competition, and the confidence to crush your goals. I'm your host, Christy Johnson, online business manager and wedding photographer dedicated to helping you build your dream business. I'm so excited today. We are going to be talking about email sales funnels, and not just email, but we're also going to talk about landing pages and all of the components that you need to build a really high converting sales funnel for your brand, your business, and whatever it is that you are trying to sell. So I've been reading a lot of Donald Miller lately. Donald Miller is an author and a marketer, expert extraordinaire, and I have been really listening to his books for a while now, and some of his favorite books, my favorite books of his are Building a Story Brand, Marketing Made Simple, and Business Made Simple. Well, I was reviewing some of the information on Marketing Made Simple because I was building a website for one of my clients, and he was talking about the stages of a relationship. And he says that there are 3 stages and how it applies to marketing. So there's curiosity, there's enlightenment, and there's commitment. And the curiosity phase, that's when people get interested in what it is that you have to offer. This is kind of like when you're on social media talking about your brand, you are trying to get people to be curious about you. And then they might see something that makes them stop and say, I want to learn more about that. And then they might browse your page a little bit more, watch some of your reels, or maybe even head over to your website. And this is the phase of the journey where they are becoming enlightened about you. They're learning about you, knowing you, liking you, trusting you, building that know, like, and trust factor, and really just deciding, hey, is this someone that I should pay attention to? Maybe they'll stay your follower for a while. And usually it's like these long-term relationships are the ones that pay off the most, because we know that it takes people at least 7 times that they need to see a message before they can make a decision on it. So this whole time they're getting enlightened, they are learning about you, building that know, like, and trust factor. And then the last phase is commitment. This is when they decide, hey, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to purchase something from this person. So we want to take our followers from curiosity, enlightenment to commitment. And I would actually add something on the beginning of that. I would add awareness. Awareness is the first piece. Before they can get curious about you, they need to know that you exist. So they need to become aware that you are there. So I want to talk to you about a really basic framework that I'm sure you have maybe heard about, or maybe you know that you need to make a funnel, but you're just like, oh my goodness, that's so confusing. I want to break that down, make it easy for you. We're all about actionable steps here on the Crush Your Goals with Christy podcast. So I'm going to talk to you about how to reverse engineer your funnel and how to actually build out all the pieces, like what all the pieces are that you need. So this is just going to go step by step through every single piece that you need. And if you want a video tutorial of this, I'm going to be teaching on this in my Christy's Biz Besties community next week. So you can sign up at christyjohnsonCreative.com/join Besties. Pay $30. You'll be able to be a member for a whole month, and you will get the workshop that is happening next week. As a member, you also get the replay. So next week, next Tuesday, I'm going to be teaching on how to actually get into Flowdesk and build this inside Flowdesk. We're going to go over the landing pages and everything. So it's going to be really great. I would love to see you there. So you'll actually see video tutorial. You'll be able to ask me questions, whatever you want. It's $30, and it's totally worth it, even just for the workshop. But you'll be able to get access to Christy's Biz Besties for the entire month. And then you can stay on for month to month if you want. It's a really great community, and I would love to have you. So first, when it comes to building a funnel, we want to get people to buy your services. So generally, people have a high ticket offer or a signature service or a signature course that they want to promote. It's kind of like the bread and butter of your business. So you want to think about, what is it that you're making the most money off of in your business? It might be your website design services. Maybe that's the main thing that you sell, the highest ticket product that you sell or service. Or maybe you have a course, a signature course that you want to create. And you need to figure out, okay, how am I going to sell this? How am I going to build people into this? Funnel people into this and get them to click that buy button and add this to their cart. You might even think, I know that this is worth like $1,000. I have a $1,000 course here on my hands, or $1,000 service, or maybe a $3,000 service or more. And you know, this is really, really good, but I just don't know how to convince people to pay me this much money. Well, this is where your funnel comes in. Your funnel is going to take people from that awareness, so that's the large part of the funnel, to curiosity, to enlightenment, to commitment. And that's what we want to do. So first, we're going to reverse engineer it. So you need to think about what is that main offer, and then ask the question, is there anything that they need to know before they take this course or before they partake in your services? Like, what do they need to know that you can provide them in the form of a freebie, a free lead magnet? So this is a lead generator, something that you're going to share everywhere. You're going to share it on Pinterest, on Instagram, on your Facebook, on LinkedIn, everywhere. You're going to talk about it a lot. You're going to talk about it at least like 7 times a week, like all the time. You're going to talk about it. This is something that is people are going to really, really want to buy from you. Well, not buy, get from you because it's free. Something that is going to just help them go from awareness and also get that curiosity and enlightenment phase. So I think your lead magnet can actually help with those two things, curiosity and enlightenment, because you want them to go from aware to curious. So you want to come up with something that is going to pique their interest. So the lead generator, it needs to be something that when they see that, they think, oh yes, I need that. I really, really need that. So focus on the biggest pain points that they have, the problems that they have, then how you can help them to overcome. And again, we're reverse engineering it because it's funneling down to your signature offer, your main course that you want to get people to sign up for. So it needs to be something related to that. So for example, my signature course, my signature offer right now is the Build Your Business cohort. Probably going to go through a rebrand in a little bit, but we'll talk about that later. But the Build Your Business cohort is my signature offer. So my free lead magnet is the Start Your Business Roadmap, the Creative Business Roadmap. And that is 8 steps to start your business. And I teach them everything that they need to know to start a business. I go through the steps. So I teach them I tell them what they need to know, but I don't tell them the how. The how is what they sign up for the Build Your Business cohort for. And this is something Donald Miller says. He says, give them the what, but sell them the how. So here's how this works. I have 8 modules in my Build Your Business cohort. And so the Creative Business Roadmap that's free is a free guide. It's a PDF, and it talks to them about the 8 things that they need to start their business. It starts with they need to vision cast, market research. They need to create an offer. They need to get their business legal. They need to get their workflow set up so that they know how to work with clients. They need to have a website. And then we talk about bookkeeping and more. So it's really amazing. It's 8 steps. I think I forgot all the 8 steps right here on the air with you. So sorry. Well, it's not even the air. I'm acting like I'm on radio. It's a podcast. I'm here in my office just recording by myself. So it just tells them the steps and introduces it to them. So it's saying, hey, this is what you need to know to start a business. Now, in the Build Your Business cohort, I go in depth and teach them exactly how to do it, and they get access to me as well in group coaching and that type of thing. So the PDF, the Creative Business Roadmap, is the what, and the signature course, Kickstart Your Business, is the how. So, or not Kickstart Your Business, I'm getting ahead of myself. The Build Your Business cohort is the how. So I have given them what they need to know. So it's introducing the topic to them, and it is piquing their curiosity, because some of the things that I'm going to say when I promote this is I'm going to say, hey, have you been wondering how to start a business? Are you confused by all the steps that it takes to start a business? Are you overwhelmed by everything that you need to do to start a business? They're going to be like, yes. That's going to pique their curiosity. Then when they download that, I'm going to enlighten them through this PDF. They are going to read the PDF, become more enlightened, and then hopefully along the way decide, yes, I want to commit. But it takes them a long time to go from the enlightenment phase to that commitment phase, and that's where the email sales funnels come in. So once they sign up for this freebie, then they start to get emails from me. I just do a 5 email sequence. Usually a lot of people do more. You can do 10 maybe if you're doing a larger course, but the basic one is 5, which I'm going to talk to you about. So in this 5 email sequence, you want to introduce them to your brand. You want to talk about the biggest problem that your signature offer will solve, and empathize with them. Then you want to talk to them about the solution to that problem, which is going to be your signature offer. Then you want to bust some myths or answer some frequently asked questions or share some testimonials in a 4th email, and then you want to call them to action. So there are 5 pieces to this sequence: introduction, the problem and pain points email, the solution and the pitch email, the FAQ myth busting email, and then the final call to action email. So these are 5 emails where you will basically guide them along the path from enlightenment to commitment. So they are going to say, yeah, you know what? That freebie that I downloaded from Christy Johnson, that was so good. Like, I couldn't believe that it was free. That's what you want them to say. You want to give this information away to where they're like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that was free. So they're going to be like, yeah, that was really good. They're going to start to see your name pop up in the inbox, and you want to strategically make sure that these subject lines are something that they're going to want to click. This comes from your market research. You can check out my episodes on market research if you want to know more about that. And then they're going to read these emails. They're probably not going to read them all. That's why you send 5 of them. And then at the end, you're going to call them to action, and you're just going to make it like they've already got the framework, the roadmap from your PDF. And then they're just going to be like, yeah, I really need this, because you've shown them the possibility that their life could be like if they go through these steps. So then you are going to just kind of drive it home with that signature offer that you pitched to them in the last email. Okay. So that is how the funnel works. There's actually another piece that you can do to get more money. And that is something that we call a tripwire. That is where after they download the freebie, they will be taken to a thank you page that says, thank you so much for signing up. Before you go, here's a special offer. And you will give them something that is a paid low ticket product or service, but we want to make it a product so that way you can keep it evergreen. It can be going all the time in the background in your business. This is something that you need to have under $50, maybe even under $30, where it's just going to make the freebie so much better for them. So this one right here, this tripwire, you want to answer the question, okay, is there something that you can do to make the freebie better? Or is there something that you can give them that will make it easier for them to complete the freebie, or something that can skyrocket their results? So for example, if your freebie is a free webinar, maybe you can sell them a workbook that is going to help them with the webinar, just jot down all their ideas and make their success in the webinar even greater. Maybe if you're selling a PDF, you can, if you're giving a PDF for free, you can sell a video that's going to give them huge results, that is going to help them go more in depth and really learn what you're teaching in the PDF a lot better. Maybe if you are doing a PDF, you can do a paid challenge where you have a series of videos that are delivered to them via email every single day of the challenge. Davey and Krista had a free SEO challenge that was the best that I used back in the day when I was getting my business set up, and it was so great. You signed up and then it sent you 5 emails every single day. They totally could have had it be a paid challenge, and you can do that. So what is going to make the offer better, the freebie? What is going to make it easier for them to partake in it? What is going to help them to see big results? And again, it all needs to be like building blocks to your main offer, your signature offer. So that is how it works. You have the freebie, you have the low ticket tripwire that is just going to skyrocket their success. You have the email sequence, and then you have the signature offer. So what are the components that you need to actually create this? I want to talk to you about this to just break it down a little bit, because sometimes this is confusing, but it's not confusing. You just need to think about, okay, what all are the pieces? Like, what is the path that they would need to go through to get all the information? So first, you're going to need an inline form for them to sign up to your email list. This can happen in any email service provider. I use Flowdesk. You need an inline form. And then you need a landing page on your website. So you're going to build a landing page on your website that is going to talk about the freebie, where you promote the freebie. And then you're going to take that inline form and put it on the website. Then you also need a thank you page. So this thank you page is where you're going to write the sales page for that tripwire. This is going to be before you go, sign up, check this offer. It's a really low price, $30 only. You can only get this here. This is exclusive offer. Use words like that. That is going to make them want to buy it right now. And so this thank you page is another page that you need to set up. And in Flowdesk, when they submit the inline form, after they submit the form, you can have it redirect them to a URL, and that's where you want to put this thank you page URL in, so that after they submit the form, they go to the URL. Now then, if they buy that tripwire, then you're going to need a delivery email for that tripwire. So that is going to be set up in a workflow in Flowdesk, where if they complete this, go through the checkout. So you're going to need a checkout here, which you can get from Thrivecart, the thank you page is also going to need to go to a checkout page. So you need a landing page for the freebie, a thank you page for the tripwire, and a cart page for the tripwire. I use Thrivecart, but you can also check out Flowdesk checkouts, which is really cool. So you could use that, and you need that checkout page for them to buy it. And then, of course, you need a freebie delivery email, a freebie delivery email, and a tripwire delivery email. If your tripwire is a series of emails, then you're going to need a sequence for those series of emails as well. In Flowdesk, they call it workflow. Other email platforms, they call them sequence. I use sequence and workflow interchangeably. So the way this works in Flowdesk is they call them workflows. I'm using Flowdesk just because that's the one that I use. In ConvertKit, they're called automations. Other places, they're called sequences. So you are going to have a segment for your freebie. So anyone who signs up to the form, for the form on the freebie, they're going to go to a segment. We're just going to call it Amazing Freebie Segment. And then you're going to have a workflow where it says anyone who is added to the Amazing Freebie segment, they get this email. And that email is where you deliver the freebie to them in that email, okay? Then you're also going to need one for anyone who signs up for this Amazing Tripwire. So Amazing Tripwire segment is added to the segment. Then you have a workflow, Amazing Tripwire, and that Amazing Tripwire workflow, that's where you'll put whatever it is that you need to deliver your freebie. So, your Tripwire. So that will be your, if it's just one thing that you send them, you just need one email for that. If it's a 5-day challenge, then you have those emails and have it go out to 5 days. Now, this is very important. At the end of each thing, you want them to then go into your sales sequence or your welcome sequence that is going to pitch to them this signature offer. So the way this is going to work is if they sign up for your lead magnet, but they do not sign up for your tripwire, then you don't need to add them to the sales sequence just yet for the signature offer, because they need to go through the email sequence for the tripwire if you have multiple emails set up. So this is where it gets a little bit fishy. So what you're going to want to do is set this up to where, because the tripwire is going to go away. So what I would probably have this do is in Flowdesk, you can say, send them as soon as they're added to Amazing Freebie segment, you're going to deliver the lead magnet to them in an email. Then I'm going to wait a day, okay, because that's going to give them enough time to buy the tripwire if they're going to buy it. So you're going to wait a day. Then you're going to do a condition in Flowdesk. You're going to say, if they are in Amazing Tripwire segment, then they're going to exit the workflow. That's it. They're done because they're going to move on to the Amazing Tripwire sequence. If they are not in the Amazing Tripwire segment, then you're going to add them to your welcome sequence or your sales sequence segment. Okay, does that make sense? If not, come to my workshop next week. We're going to do it. It's going to be visual. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so that's how that works. Then you're going to have the tripwire sequence. So Amazing Tripwire segment. What you're going to do there is do the same thing. You're going to add them to the segment. Then you're going to start to deliver your freebie. Maybe it's one email, or maybe it's a series of emails. But at the end, whatever it is, you are then going to add them to your sales sequence, your sales funnel segment for that particular thing. So what that means is they're only going to get added one time. If they were not a part of your tripwire segment, so if they did not purchase the tripwire, then they're going to get added to the sales sequence. If they did purchase the tripwire, they're going to exit the freebie workflow. They're done, and then within the tripwire workflow, that's where they will get added to your sequence after it, because you want to deliver everything that they've paid for before you start to bombard them with more emails for the sales sequence. Okay, now let's talk about the sales sequence. So again, we have a landing page, we have a thank you page, you have a lead magnet delivery page, you have a checkout page for your tripwire that's going to be on your thank you page, you have a tripwire delivery sequence set up. Okay, if you use Flowdesk, Flowdesk has something called checkouts, which is really, really great for low ticket offers like this. So you can just create this in checkouts. In fact, you don't even need a website for this type of thing. You can just have the full page form in Flowdesk. And then when they submit the form, it can go to a checkouts page in Flowdesk, and then you can add them to different segments from there. That works really, really well if you don't want to set up an external cart page like ThriveCart. However, for me, I already was a ThriveCart user because I'm using it to sell my online courses, so I don't pay for Flowdesk checkouts because I don't need that, because I have all the carts and checkouts that I need in ThriveCart. And I just connect these things using Zapier. So if someone signs up for my Tripwire on ThriveCart, then they're added to that Tripwire segment through Zapier is going to connect Flowdesk and ThriveCart. I know it gets a little bit confusing. Okay, so then you need your sales sequence. So this is your series of 5 emails. So you're going to need the first email, which is the intro email. You're going to introduce yourself to them, tell them a little bit about what you do, but you're just going to go in depth. You're going to kind of start to hint at the pain points that people have working with you, and you're going to start to hint at the solution that you give them, but you're not going to go in depth. It's just like, hey, how you doing? Follow me on Instagram kind of email. Then your email number 2 is going to be where you identify the problem that most people that you're with, that you work with have. So these are the pain points that your signature course is going to solve. You can go in depth onto that. Then the next email after that is going to be the solution email. This is where you talk about, hey, you remember this problem that we talked about yesterday? Well, this is the solution. These are the amazing results that people are getting, and you're going to present your signature offer as the solution to their problem. So this is your pitch, okay? Then email number 4, you're going to have an FAQ or a myth-busting email. So maybe there are some hesitations that people have usually before they buy with you. You're going to just bust those myths, answer those questions here in this email. You can even share some testimonials because social proof is really, really huge. Or you can share testimonials in the solution email. Either one, that works great. And then finally, you're going to have a last call email, a call to action email. This is where you say, the deal is ending. Make sure you sign up now. So it's really, really important that you are just making it to where they want to sign up now. You could have bonuses if they sign up that day. Like maybe you're like, this is the last day to get this bonus when signing up. Or you can just say, if you don't have any bonus, you can just say, don't wait another minute. Don't you want your dream life to happen right now? Don't you want to make your dream business a reality right now? Don't wait anymore, and just make them be like, yes, I want this now. Okay, now you're also going to need a sales page for this offer. You can create this on your website, and also a checkout page. Again, I made mine with ThriveCart. Then you're going to have to deliver the offer. So maybe it's just a service. So you're going to have to connect with them on email to get everything situated with your service. Or maybe it's a course. For me, Build Your Business Cohort is an online course. So I connect Zapier with ThriveCart, and once they are added to this, then they are added to the course in Thinkific. I give them a link to or it sends them a link to the program to sign up in Thinkific, so that they are going to be able to get the course. Thinkific is free to start. That's where I host my courses, and I started on it because it's free to get started, free for 3 courses. They've moved me up to a paid tier now, but actually I just paid for ThriveCart Learn, and it's their own educational platform that I'm really excited to switch over, but I don't have any experience right now. So if you have ThriveCart Learn, then you can skip that step, and you don't have to connect Zapier, which is really, really awesome. So that's it. Those are the pieces of the funnel. That's everything that you need to build the funnel. Remember, if you're like, hey, I heard what you said, but I really am a visual learner and I want to see more, then please come to my workshop next week in Christy's Biz Besties. That is going to be on July 18th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. You can sign up anyways and get the replay. So you can sign up at christyjohnsonCreative.com/joinbizbesties, and you can get that right now. I would love to see you there. Head over to christyjohnsonCreative.com/joinbizbesties, and you can come to the workshop next week. All right, thanks for listening. I'll see y'all next week.